anniversaries coming to you. I believe we are getting to the final, last, maybe, I was going to say, let's see, 6 days maybe before the end of the year. I believe this is day 359, maybe 358, 359 of reflections. And I was reading the 26th proverb today. It's the day after Christmas. And it was all about similitudes and instructions for right wisdom, and the I was going to say the dichotomy or the juxtaposition between foolishness and wisdom. And sometimes it's a thin line, like it's a thin line between being foolish and being wise, and then thinking you know so much that it's actually worse than foolishness. So, using wisdom in daily living. And one wise thing that I've done today, that I do every day, is I get up for communion. And communion is a sacred time to remember just what Jesus did on the cross, and remembering what he did before he went to the cross. He broke bread with the disciples and said to do this in remembrance of him. As often as you do it in remembrance of him. And so I'm honored to be able to do that. And then, let's see, today I did finally get out the house. I have my grandsons with me because of the school break. So spent some time here with them, trying to work at home, which is kind of problematic. It's hard to do because, yeah, it's just busy. Well, not busy, it's just active. That's a choosing my words wisely. It's just active. And so I wanted to share that, and I did upload another edit to my book. I think the issue with it is the margins, and so I spread the margin, vertical and horizontal. Hopefully that gets it, because I still have these other books that are waiting in the queue for me to push this one out. I want to get this one out, even though I've technically published it last month. It will not come out of KDP until I fix the margins. So that's where I'm at. And today was a good day. It was pretty cold out here in the West, but things are still starting to pop up as though, spring is right around the corner. I'm hoping we don't get a harsh winter because it's been so mild lately, and I know certain parts of the United States it's cold, and it's not typically cold. So I think we're getting some unseasonably warmer weather, even though it was cool today. So having said all that, I'm grateful to be able to share with you a reflection of the day. I did let's see, after I did the communion, I went into a room called Trucking God's Way, and they did a Financial Friday. So on Fridays, there's actually two calls that I get to be on. One is a 100X prayer call. I didn't really participate in that because I was actually double dipping. I was on another call with Trucking God's Way, and they were talking about different financial avenues and vehicles that you can use. And I did something different this year for Christmas for my grandsons. Instead of giving them a whole bunch of gifts, I actually I gave them a card to let them know I'm purchasing them stock. And so they said, "What stock?" They were kind of like, "I don't get this, Gma." But I thought I'd give them something that would last, for Christmases to come, because really I don't even think they can remember what they got last Christmas. A lot of gadgets. Hello, James. Yeah, a lot of gadgets, but their mothers got them all the toy stuff. I got them a blanket and a card that says I'm purchasing shares of stock. So one of my grandsons, after he asked me what stocks were, he was really fascinated when I told him that they can grow and it's an investment. So I'm hoping that they learn from this, and I can teach financial stewardship at an early age. Wish I knew that. You seem like a sweet lady. Thank you, Cable Dog. I like your handle, Cable Dog. Speaking of dogs, I saw there's this app called Nextdoor, and I saw that people were giving away a bunch of stuff for free. And one of the things they had on there was a big dog that they were giving away for free. I thought, okay, that's a mature dog. But yeah, they were giving away cats, dogs, old furniture, worn out shoes. I guess just anything. They just want the stuff gone, including their animals. Wow. Yeah. So, hello, 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 faded memories. How much were your glasses? $1.25. I think that's what they cost. Yeah. Not much. They were a good deal. Teach them young, yes. I wish I knew that. I learned a lot of financial stewardship from observation, but no one really, like as a child, taught me. And so I want to change that narrative for the next generation because they really do think literally money grows on trees. I mean, whatever they want, they typically get. So I want to see if they can understand the value of a dollar and actually start earning, doing chores and things like that. So kind of old school like that. Yeah, my husband's a little different. He likes to do things for them. I want them to learn to be independent. And maybe I want them to learn it too soon, but I don't think it's ever too soon. So, yep, that's my story. And I'm just checking to see if there's something else. Yeah, teaching them young. Oh, excuse me. So let's see. What can I share with you from Proverbs today? I think one of them I mentioned is that there's a difference between wisdom and foolishness. But if you think you know too much, then the word says you're worse than a fool because you think you know it all. Somebody says, Cable Dog, everything's falling apart. We have to hang on to what we have and teach the rest. Teach, 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 and learn. There's always something to learn. You can learn a new skill set. I just saw that there's classes where you can get some free education and get some free skill sets and increase your ways to generate revenue. That's always good. Always good. Okay, I can't see this. Okay, sometimes, yes, I have a big forehead. And, yep, no problem. Okay. Okay. Well, my mother has been doing a lot of coughing today, and I gave her some, what is it? I can't think of it. It's like Robitussin, but it's not Robitussin. But like non-stop coughing. So I'm hoping tonight is a better night for her. She's quiet now. So I think this is my cue to say peace and blessings to you all. I hope you had a Merry Christmas and you have a good night. Peace and blessings to you all. All right.